Rudolf Steiner's philosophies almost fit with any subject that you could find, and it most likely will fit with that subject and can be adapted into it in the curriculum. It'll even work for agriculture. Eurythmia or eurythmics in Waldorf school is movement that exemplifies the spoken word or music, and was created by Rudolf Steiner in 1912. And he explains that the structure of language as such and the character of the separate sounds are brought visible form in eurythmy. The air gestures which may be said to present in language are imitated and made externally visible. Eurythmy differs from other forms of movement or arts, such as ballet, modern dance, and mime, which are confined generally to music or gesture interpretation. But Steiner adapted, transformed, and extended these speech formations or images made by the speech organs of movement to the whole body, particularly the arms and hands. There are three types of eurythmy: speech, music, and curative or therapeutic. Speech and music, or tone, eurythmy, are also called artistic eurythmy, and therapeutic eurythmy, which is based on artistic eurythmy, requires the assistance of a physician. Here, the eurythmist, with the advice and counsel of the class teacher and the school physician when needed, determines necessary movement for each child in class. For example, in the pronunciation of consonant and vowel sounds, there is a distinctly different type of activity of the entire vocal organism in each sound. A K as in king or cut. The K is a firm, cutting, and piercing character. An L as in life or lily. The L has a lifting and fluid and flowing character. B as in bud or baby. B has a formative, enveloping, and building character. And R has a revolving, rolling, running, rushing character. And each sound has a different therapeutic effect on the body. There are at least two philosophies of Rudolf Steiner that fits in with dance, and that is the application of dance in other forms of art or another classroom, such as English or science. And teaching children science through dance is nothing new. They're actually doing it now here at Texas State with Casey Brown, and English as well, and math with symmetry and asymmetry.
Rudolf Steiner developed a philosophy in which children go through three developmental stages. In the first stage, they process information by means of imitation. So anything they see, they just imitate it, and that's how they process the information. In the second stage, they process the information in a new way through imagination. So they start incorporating their imagination into what they see and what they perceive. And then in the third stage of development is when they start making all of the information that they've been perceiving as their own. They start making it into something that is individual to them.
What style of learner are you?
I am a visual and textile learner.
And do you think that your classrooms accommodate to that style of learning?
No, because when I go home, I have to review the steps, and I feel bored out of my mind when teachers lecture all day. I would change less writing to more physical activity. Writing doesn't exactly stay in my mind. Physical activity actually stays with me.
Do you like to sit and listen to lectures?
Not very much.
What would you want to do instead?
Probably play.
I am a tactile learner.
Okay, and do you think your teachers accommodate to that style of learning in the classroom?
Some of them.
How do you feel about the use of creativity in a classroom?
I love it. It really helps you express yourself and help you retain the information given to you.
It helps you express yourself, and it's not as stressful as a lecture.
Do you think that there's a way to play and learn at the same time?
Maybe.
Maybe? If there was, would you want to do it?
Yes.
Expressing yourself can lead to a happier life, a healthier life.
Do you feel that incorporating knowledge from home, knowledge of your culture and your life, helps you interpret the information that's given to you in the classroom?
Definitely.
A lot.
Do you think that your teachers allow that opportunity? Do you think that they allow diversity in the classroom?
No, not at all.
Is it easy for you guys to learn the information by listening to a lecture?
No.
Not at all. They basically just walk you over it a little bit, and then they make you do a sheet over it. It's easier if you get a written project.
So do you think that you're able to learn the information just by listening to a lecture, or do you feel like you need something more?
Something more.
There are at least 5 ways that adolescent growth and development tie in to the Waldorf School of Philosophies. Number 1, Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence. Analytical intelligence is the ability to analyze, judge, evaluate, compare, and contrast. Creative intelligence is the ability to create, design, invent, originate, and imagine. And number 3 is the practical intelligence. It is the ability to use, apply, implement, and put ideas into practice. The third way is neuroconstructivist, which is the biological process and environmental experience which influence the brain development. So it's like nature versus nurture. And the fourth way is Gardner's 8 frames of mind, which are verbal intelligence, logical mathematical intelligence, spatial intelligence, bodily and kinesthetic intelligence, musical intelligence, intrapersonal intelligence, intrapersonal intelligence, and the neuralist intelligence. And the fifth one is Vygotsky's social origins of thought, which is the social approach to emphasize the social context of learning and the construction of knowledge through social interaction with other students.
Anthroposophy is the philosophy that was created by Rudolf Steiner, which focuses on the deep spiritual questions of humanity, our artistic needs, and our need to relate to the world through scientific attitudes, as well as through our own judgments and decisions. Anthroposophy relates to agriculture through welding, which is something that we use in our everyday lives, through structures, bridges, and it's just something we rely on. And according to the Biodynamic Association, biodynamics is another theory that was created by Rudolf Steiner. It is a theory through anthroposophy, and it is a spiritual, ethical, ecological approach to gardens, agriculture, food production, and nutrition. Today, the biodynamic movement encompasses thousands of successful gardens, farms, vineyards, and agricultural operations of all kinds and sizes on all continents in a wide variety of ecological and economic settings.